Hey guys, just giving you another video here. Actually, the first portion of this video is for James Freddy from Muscle Cars and Hot Rods. He made a few comments there regarding the fuse block, what my intentions are with the body harness and stuff like that. So he wanted some more inputs on these little fuse holders that I've got. So basically what I've got, these little fuse blocks hold 6 fuses. They get powered up by that terminal there at the top. Then they get powered through the fuse and then out the sides. So the way I've got it wired up, everything feed, ignition feed. Basically, I wired everything up to the same system I got it out of. So I can just refer back to schematics, and the fuse will be called the same. So I can just look on my my labeling there, and it'll show me which fuses for what part of the system I'm powering up. So, but yeah, basically these top 2 ones, they're powered up ignition. This one down here is powered up by battery feed. Now these I got at Princess Auto for about $14.99 a piece, so that's not too bad. They did have the other fuse blocks there that took the old glass fuse, but I kind of wanted to stay away from that, so I opted for these ones. They were a lot cheaper, the other ones, but like I said, I wanted to do these ones here. But now I don't know, I don't think there's a Princess Auto in the States. Pretty sure there isn't, so I'm not sure where you would get these in your area, but if you're interested in these and you can't find them where you're at, let me know. I'll pick up what you need and ship it out to you if it gets to that. But these are pretty neat. Hookups pretty simple. They come with all the hardware to bolt it to whatever you need to bolt it to. So the only thing it didn't come with was the fuses. It's no big deal. I'm pretty sure you can pick them up anywhere. So yeah, hopefully I answered your questions on these fuse blocks. Regarding the body harness and the engine harness, I can either do it either way. I can incorporate it with this fuse block, or I can keep it separate. I'm probably going to keep them independent from each other, just because I basically had an engine harness. I just had to modify it. So modifying the harness and making a fuse block, it's not that bad. Building my own body harness, that's a lot of work. So I'm probably just going to buy a body harness for the 68 Firebird. That'll come with its own little fuse block, and I believe it'll tuck up in the left front corner there. So I will probably feed that fuse box by this distribution box I got down here. So that way it'll be fed from the same area but independent from each other. This one here I'll keep for engine management. The other one I'll keep simply for you know, lights, dash stuff, you know, stuff like that. Yeah. So anyways, I did pick up my fuses that I got. So I'm running 2 100 mega fuses. So that's cable here is actually running right from the battery, from the trunk all the way along, and it's feeding both those fuses. Now the bottom one I've got running to an 8-gauge wire that's powering up the battery positive fuse block. The other one I'm going to run another wire inside this distribution block on a blank stud, and then I'll come off from that to my ignition switch back and power up this terminal for the ignition fuse blocks. So that's how I'm going to do that. Over here I had to make this plate just so I can continue power over it, and what I'll do is I'll make my other cable from here, and I'll run it out through the firewall, and that'll connect right to my starter. Now, the battery cable, I was going to go with a number 2 gauge wire. The reason I was going to go with a number 2 simply because mostly all the new cars today, they're all running about a number 4 gauge wire, so really not drawing as many amps as they used to, you know, so they're cutting down on the gauges there. But I was going to go with number 2 just to be safe. Yeah, running a 0 gauge wire is probably the best way to go, but cost wise, you know, save a little bit and go with a smaller gauge. But either way, they didn't have number 2 where I went and bought my battery cable. They didn't even have 0 gauge, so I upped and bought the 1 gauge wire. So I got that hooked up. I don't think I'm going to run into any to any problems with any type of voltage drop with running 1 gauge. So I mean, I've only got, I think it's 13-foot span. So I actually got it run. It's going to sit up on this sill here. I got it running right up into the back, and I'll show you guys in the back here. Now I don't have my battery tray yet, but I do have the battery sitting in here. So I've got my my ends on. That's for positive. I disconnected it because I don't want it to be powered up right now while I'm working on it. And then I got my ground, just a short cable, maybe about 12 inches, and I got it going right to a stud that I welded right to the body. So I'm going to have a pretty good ground. So I've got one more of those ground studs to install on the engine bay of the firewall. So that's what I've pretty much got so far. I picked up my wire for my alternator, but I'm not going to make any of those connections until I pick up my starter. I'll probably get that for the weekend and start working on that. But I did get my DLC connector. So I need to find a spot to mount this. I can't really find a good spot right now, so I'll probably wait till I build the center console, and then I'll mount this on the driver's side somewhere. And basically what this does is I'll run a feed and ground to it, power up, well, in my case, the MDI, and then I'll run my my purple wire from my ECM connector, which is the serial data line, and that'll plug into there. And this way here I can plug my laptop in, and I'll be able to talk to the car, well, to the engine control module. So, which is pretty cool, because you know, you can, you know, check for any codes. You can go in and check live data, special functions. You know, you can go in and command stuff, fuel pump, cooling fans, any output that the ECM does. You can override it and make it do it when you want it to. So it's pretty helpful when you're diagnosing a fault. Instead of waiting for the car to do something, you can just override it, get it to do it, and do your testing, whatever. So I got to install that. I've already got the terminals that'll go inside here. I just got to crimp them onto wires, then hook it up. So I'll probably leave it a little bit long, just because I'm not sure where I'm going to put it, but I'll make sure I'll have enough wire going to that. So that's basically where I'm at now. I haven't heard anything yet from my throttle body. I'm starting to get a little annoyed with that. Still got to run the harness for the fuel pump. I'll probably do that in another day or so. Then finish hooking up the electrical for the starter motor when I get that up in there and installed. So, but anyways, I hope I answered all your questions, Jeff. If not, just comment me back and let me know. I know you were saying you were thinking about doing your own electrical on your Dart. yeah, if you want to go that way, just let me know. If you're having some hard times finding some things there, I can, like I said, I can pick it up, ship it out to you. So help you out any way I can. So anyways, yeah, till I get some more, thanks for watching.